for the highs, the lows, and the unknowns. Still enough words, right?
Very much is.
So welcome to the Almost Grown podcast, guys. My name is Anais. I'll be one of your hosts. And for you to know a little bit about me, I moved from Ecuador 5 years ago with $100 in my pocket, no family around, and absolutely no English. So it was quite a lot to survive, honestly. But I've learned a lot along the way. And a big thing for me is fitness and wellness, so much that I made it into my career. And I recently opened a small online business to it. Yay! So my goal here is for you to understand and share what I've learned, and hopefully you can apply some things and avoid a couple mistakes I've done. And fast forward until now, I've moved to Boca, Florida, live in paradise, and that's how I met this cutie, Rosie. Welcome, Rosie. Another beautiful host. Please, let's share about yourself.
Thank you. That was beautiful. Hi, everyone. My name is Rocio, but I go by Rosie.
Indeed.
And a little bit about me is I grew up in an immigrant household with my parents coming from Guatemala. So I am Chavina. Yes. And I'm the oldest of four. So with that comes a lot of responsibility and a lot of growth. But I'm very, very grateful for the life that my parents were able to provide for me. And through all that, they instilled really good qualities that I would say I carry to this day. The main ones would be faith, love, and hard work. And I think that has inspired me to want to do better in life. And I would say that I was a pretty introverted / extroverted person. I would have like my seasons in life. But alongside of that, I was always very active within school, and I was not the best student. So I will not say that I was a brilliant student, but I tried my best, and I worked very long hours to get the grades that I did. And that was it. And I was able to receive a full ride scholarship to FAU, which I would say has been one of my biggest accomplishments here. Very, very grateful for the Kelly Stroh Scholarship because they have changed my life. And coming here, I've just met so many beautiful people, had so many beautiful experiences, and I just know that God was in this whole process. Yeah. So I think I want to share that with everyone, just how much faith, God, and just love can carry you in life.
Yes, absolutely. So our podcast, Almost Grown, it came out of a very interesting idea that, as you can see, we're both high achievers. We like to accomplish things in life. Yeah. But at the same time, it's really hard to navigate young adulthood. So that's one of our main interests, is to help you navigate this chapter of your life. Also find and redefine identity, because I feel we see so much people that we want to be like and so many things that we can do. So who are you and how can you redefine it to who you really want to be as well? And then our third one, it's kind of related to what we're going to talk about, is how to identify healthy relationships and healthy friendships.
So the outline for this podcast is each week we'll be discussing a topic sent in by you, our audience.
Yay!
And towards the end, we will invite you to apply what you've learned today through one small step.
Yes. Love that. So in today's topic, we're going to be talking about friendships, since we're both friends, because why not? Okay, so this topic was actually brought by Isela and Eric. And Eric came up with a specific question that is, what are the qualities of a long-lasting friendship?
That's a really good question. But before we go into that, I do think it's important to differentiate between the three different types of friendships.
That's such a good point. Like, I feel one of the things that I admire and I learned from Rosie, she has a bunch of friends. Let me tell you, she has an insane amount of friends. But she doesn't ask their friends like the same thing for every person. Like, I know she will never ask me, Anna, do you want to go to McDonald's at midnight? Because she knows that's something that I wouldn't do.
She'll disown me.
Exactly. I'll unfriend you immediately. But she will ask me, like, hey, do you want to take a Pilates class together? So I feel that's a really good point that you're going to discuss about, like, the different types of friendships. So please, what are the different types of friendships?
So there are three different types of friendships. Okay. The three are you ready?
I'm so ready, girl. Go for it.
Utility, pleasure, and virtue.
Ooh.
So all three are present within our lives, And I think it's important that you look into your friendship circle and you really see which ones each one is.
Yeah,
you
like
know?
you almost like categorize
Yeah.
them, like, okay.
Yeah, because there is a difference. For example, utility friendships, they are more in your life because, you know, whether this is just work, schooling.
Yeah, it almost sounds like an exchange. Like,
there is an exchange there. As much as we don't want to say there's not, there is. You're helping me and I'm helping you. There's value going both ways, but it's because we are near each other.
Exactly.
And
which is valid.
And it's beautiful, honestly. We need that.
Exactly.
We need these types of friendships.
That's community.
It's community. And then the next one is pleasure. The people that you can just, you know, you want to go out for a night
to dance, or to have
fun.
Love that.
You can ask these friendships. But then there's the virtuous friendships where it goes a little bit more in depth, where you can ask them more life advice because you trust their judgment. You you have a deep loyalty. They're rooted.
Okay.
And I think those types of friendships are the types of friendships that many people consider the best friends.
And that maybe then we can say, I mean, they all, I guess, could be long-lasting, like friendships, because you can end up with a friend that you will always need for the rest of your life because it helps you a certain way.
Well, yeah, I do think that certain friendships can become virtuous friendships. Like the utility friendships, they're not going to stay utility if you, let's say you don't work with them anymore, but if you establish a good relationship with them and you keep that evolving, then it can become a virtuous friendship. If you start like with a pleasure, like a friendship.
Yeah, that you just your hobbies or something to it. Yeah.
And then you add more depth into it, then it becomes a virtuous friendship.
Yes. I think that's how kind of like our friendship is started because we actually enjoy going to different coffee shops. She likes to study. I like to work in coffee shops because we both love the couches.
Yes.
So we cannot work and study at all.
No. I will take a nap right now.
I know this couch is really comfy, actually.
And my naps last hours, so I don't.
It's not really a nap.
Yeah.
But that's how it kind of like developed. We started with that pleasure exchange. I will guess, like we'll enjoy trying different coffee shops, and then we got to know each other in more depth. And we're like, wait, this is becoming a virtuous was it?
Virtuous
friendship.
Yeah.
So now I think we can start diving into the qualities because, okay, now we have an idea how friendships can work. But for me, a big quality is respect because I have a very small circle of friends. In ever since I know a lot of people, but to call someone a friend, like there is a lot more into it. So respect and boundaries is a very big one for me. I'm gonna do the mini story time. So I had a friend that she gave me an opportunity to work in a great place, and we shared a lot of things. We had a friendship of years, but then eventually there was like little messages that were part of her personality. Like she was always like this, but as I kept like evolving, I started to realize I don't agree anymore with like passive aggressive comments, and I feel sometimes people don't do it out of like I want to harm you or anything, but it doesn't align. But there is a moment that one of those comments crossed the respect line, and that's when the friendship ended. And for me, anything that crosses the line of respect, it's an immediate like I need to end this friendship. So respect and understanding that there's people that are going to evolve, but you don't necessarily need to evolve at the same rate with that person, or if that person is not evolving at all and you no longer want to be part of the friendship, you have all the right to end the friendship. It doesn't have to be dramatic.
No.
It could be in a very respectful way. I told her, hey, you know, this really hurted me and I don't see myself interacting with this with you this way anymore.
Behavior.
So,
I can't tolerate this behavior anymore, which is completely valid. Your feelings are valid, especially like you said. There's a difference between accepting and
evolving,
into
a friendship,
and then there's another which is crossing the boundary. And
yes, and that's when you have to. It's hard, but I think you have to find the strength to be able to be like, hey, like I just sent him a mention like, hey, I appreciate everything that we shared. However, I no longer want to be part of this friendship, so I'm decided to end it here. Thank you so much for everything. And then that was it. Ended in peace. No harm. I keep a good image and appreciation towards her, but it's also healthy to be closing chapters of friendship as you grow up.
So one quality that I really, really value is love. How well is this person able to love, and how well am I able to love this person? You know, because we're growing and we're learning. And I think that's one thing that I really hold close to me in a friendship.
I've always thought about like, you know, like, and I'm sure you guys are familiar with this, the love languages like that exist in relationships.
Oh, yeah.
But this could also apply for friendships because, you know, sometimes I've like when I tell my mom, like she's like, nah, like she tells me your best friend doesn't necessarily need to like know like your birthday or like remind your birthday. And like for me, I'm like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Like if my friend doesn't call me for my birthday, I'm offended. But she's like, but then in her friendship with her best friend that's been friends for over 40 years, she forgot her birthday last time. She texted her like at 8 p.m. I was like, Mom, I already texted your best friend. She was like, yeah, that's fine. But they're the kind of person that like, if it needs something at midnight, they will be there for each other.
Yes.
So they have a different love language within their friendship. So learning how like the person loves a friend and how to appreciate friends. I think that's a great point.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so just having that at the root and just knowing that when there is true like that true love between the friendships there, then you know that they're able to be trustworthy, that you have loyalty within them, like, and they have loyalty towards you
as well.
So I think that's really important. And for me, my faith is very, very important to me.
Yeah.
So I do, when I'm loving my friend, I try to keep in mind that I want to share a Christ-like love. Which
that's beautiful.
Yes. So it just means being understanding, being, you know, available when it's needed.
Yeah.
And then also just truly seeing them and seeing who they are as a person and accepting them and loving them how they are.
That's a good part of it. Like an acceptance and like, even though like, for example, this is a big part of it. Rosie and I have different paths of faith, but we both have a strong faith.
Yeah.
And that kind of ties back to my point of respect. Like I respect her vision of faith. She respects my vision of faith, but we both appreciate each other's faith. And we both, I'm sure I'm in your prayers and you're in mine.
Yes.
And I go to her Bible studies and she was interested in my yoga stuff. So it's a really nice way to like not necessarily, no, I don't accept you because you believe in something different, but rather like, I accept you. I'm curious about what you know. How can I learn from you? And how can we grow together and help each other?
Yeah.
So that's a really nice Christ-like love, I imagine.
Yeah, it is Christ-like. And then for me also like I feel like I am very rooted within what I believe, that I can, like, I think this comes back into like influence and how others affect you.
Yes. Because you can get so easily, I feel at our age, it's very easy to get influenced and to be like almost like a chameleon. Like we've talked about this. Like we're like, oh, I'm with this friend, so I almost act, talk, and be different. And don't feel bad. I was this kind of person just like last year. Like I will be with someone like, let me talk to her like her, let me be like her. And then like and then I realized, why do I do that? And just in the need of acceptance, just in the need to like, no, I have to really find who I am and like be strong by my faith, by my values, by my beliefs. And if that person likes me and accepts me that way, great. And if not, there's going to be another friend that will do.
Exactly. And so same for me. I feel like I'm very rooted in my beliefs and what I stand for, that I'm very accepting of others because I know that it's not going to affect, like it's not something that is
gonna affect you.
Affect me at the end of the day. Like
exactly.
I do.
But at the same time, whatever a friend does, or it's part of his or her lifestyle, it will bring you to that too.
That's a good point. So we were actually talking about this earlier. What is the difference between
affecting and influencing in a friendship?
Because like I just stated, what my friend doesn't affect me, but it can
influence you.
Yeah.
And it's because I feel you're more exposed to their environment. You're exposed to where they're going. You're exposed to what they believe and what they think. And remember, the mother of a skill is repetition. So if you're constantly repeating their environment, and it could be a good or bad thing, but it's just a good invitation to like analyze, like, okay, do I want to be influenced in what this person does and what this person believes. Do I really want to be around this? Or can I find a way to really separate it
Yeah.
if it's something that you don't want?
Yeah. And keeping in mind, like I mentioned earlier, the types of friendships that you have, and just being very aware of that. Sometimes you can become involved with people who just are there meant to be like temporarily. And
Yes.
sometimes even just there to help you. Okay, this is what I don't want my life to look like. And
Yeah.
that's valid. Like if you see a person who you don't correlate or you just don't see yourself living in that lifestyle,
Yes.
it's not okay to judge, but it's okay to separate yourself and be like, I don't want that lifestyle for me.
Exactly.
So I'm going to take a few steps back.
Exactly. Or a few steps in a different direction.
A few steps
That's
forward,
it.
a few steps to the side.
To the side.
Yeah.
Yes. And I don't know if you've heard this of like, I'm not the best one at quoting this, but it said like you make like your net worth or like the amount of money you make is related to the 5 people you are closest with.
Oh, yes.
And I so relate to that because like I feel you're not only influenced by what they do, but also their beliefs,
Their
like
mentalities.
exactly. Like
Yeah.
most of my friends are entrepreneurs. Most of my friends are just getting to the next steps of their career, and then maybe even they're not there yet because let's be honest, at our age, it's really hard to like just like
Yeah.
be financially free.
I agree.
That's
That's
the
me.
goal.
That's me right now. I'm like, we'll see where these next steps are.
But the mindset that you have,
Yes.
like the things that you're doing towards it.
Exactly. I will give myself credit for that.
Exactly, because that's kind of like what I said the other day on my Instagram. It's not like when someone asks me, where do you see yourself in 5 years? You don't really have to go and see 5 years ahead. You have to go and see now because everything that you did this past 5 years has brought you here. So what are you doing now for those next 5 years?
I agree. And who are you around that's helping you, encouraging you, or not encouraging you?
Yes.
Who's not supporting you right now? It's
Yes.
good to see that, right?
And a big thing in like the girlhood part of it is there are some friends, and you have to be very in tune with your gut feeling because not everyone is going to be happy every time you have an accomplishment. And you have to be able to recognize when someone is actually uplifting, supporting you, and really like it's there to cherish and like be like, wow, like I can't believe you did this and I'm so happy for you. And when someone it's like judgy or maybe jealous or maybe just wants that and envies you.
Yeah.
That's very common in our age
Yeah.
as well. So that's a big
Yeah,
part.
support. But with that also, I think one important thing that we need to keep in mind is support. This mentality of like, I know that it's very, very popular, the girls supporting girls.
Yep.
And it's like, oh, you did that. Don't worry,
Yeah.
queen. I get it. Or you did that. Don't worry. I think it's important if you truly value your friendship and you care about this person, you have to call them out when it's necessary.
Honesty. Yes.
Honesty. If you see your friend falling down, like going down the wrong path, or
Yes.
just not doing the best decisions, it's okay to be, hey, I don't support this decision that you're making. I think
Exactly.
you need to really think about it, reevaluate.
Exactly. Rosie,
Yeah.
that's a big one. Like I feel again, it's like almost the part of like I always want to be accepted and loved
Yeah.
with the other person. But I also, if you really appreciate a friendship, like a really good friend will not always be supportive of maybe 100% of the actions and thoughts that you have.
Yeah.
And it will make you question them. But again, that ties back to like how she will approach that. Like the way that you said
Yeah.
it, like maybe you have to revalue that. Have you
Yeah.
thought about this? Have you
Yeah.
thought about
Are you sure?
yeah, like when we started the pod, we were doing the outline thing for it, and then I was like, Rosie, we cannot give the intro at the beginning because people like we're gonna lose the attention of people.
Yeah.
Like they don't want to hear so much about us. And then as I was thinking that, I was like, that's a really ugly belief that I have in my mind. And then she said it out loud. She didn't say it like that. That was my like,
Yeah.
that was really ugly. I don't know.
I was just like, I don't think we should say it that way.
Yeah, I don't
think
think we
about
should
it like
think it
that.
like that.
Yeah.
And like that's valid. And I was like, and she reinforced that thought of like, yes, she's right. If people really want to hear us, they will hear. So if you're until this part, like you really want to hear us
Yeah.
clearly.
And thank you so much.
Yes. So now tying back with the girlhood part, and like you said, like, yes, girl, I'm here for you. Like something that I really struggled with is just accepting the fact that I, like most of the times when you're evolving and developing, you're going to find yourself very lonely. The big part of being alone and not having friends, it took me a while to like accept that. And when we were in Bible study the other day, we had a really cute
Yeah.
friend that she said something about like, they didn't include me in this plan. They didn't include me in this, and it made me feel bad and almost made me angry about it. And I remember feeling like that. I remember when like my girlfriends will exclude me, and like I feel like I will not fit in certain group of friends. Like there is a stage in your life you're not gonna fit with people, but you're not gonna be ready for the next group of friends, and you're in this awkward stage.
Yeah, you're like, okay, so I don't have
so I don't have friends.
But I have God. Let's not forget.
Yes, indeed. Yes, I think a big one is you're never really alone, but you are allowed to feel lonely. Like it's normal, it's common, and it's a sign of growth. But if I can tell you something, do not look at something that's bad. Like being alone, it's just a way for you to understand you are outgrowing the circle that you were before. And that doesn't mean that circle is like behind or anything. You're just simply taking a different path. Hopefully is the path that you want to be and become. But it's okay to be alone. It's okay to be lonely. And you're lonely, I got you. Rosie got you. The podcast got you. Feel free to listen.
We are your friends.
Exactly. We are your friends.
Yeah.
So you're never real alone, but understand that that's a part of it. And you can't be afraid. It's like same thing as relationships. Like you can't jump into a relationship just because you're afraid to be single.
Oh my goodness, no.
You cannot
do not do that, guys. Please.
And same thing with friendships. You cannot just jump into many friendships because you feel alone. So don't do that, babe.
Yeah, use your I would say
what you will say, Rosie.
I would say use your better judgment when you're like coming into friendships, and it's okay to hang out. I think it's good to go on like friendship little dates, like go hang out, go to see a movie, do something with this person that you're getting to know, and see if you guys really align. Yeah. And it's okay if you don't. If you guys don't, then it's like, okay.
Exactly. And then you categorize them in the part of the
pleasure.
The pleasure part. Or what was the first one?
The utility.
The utility one. Yeah. So like, okay, there's friends for this and friends for that. But I feel that virtuous friend, it takes time. So it requires patience, just like anything that's great in life. It will take some time to get there and to build it strongly. And it's like a little plant. Like I feel like that's how we build our friendship. Like we like been gently like pouring water and pouring like a lot of love into it, and it's developing so nicely. It's really fun. We're doing a podcast.
I know, I'm so grateful. And I think that's just, for me, I would say God has a big plan in what he's doing with each of us. Yes. And each friendship that's in your life is meant to be there for a reason. Yeah. So just keep that in mind. See what is God doing with this friendship, and
and then they will take you there. I feel that could be a good way for also us to give you our little advice for today and how you can apply it. Like my advice will be, because this is my struggle, so that I will do it with you, is say yes to more friendship dates, kind of like how you said. And that's a good way for you to evaluate, okay, what kind of friendship is this? And where can I put it in my little 3 pocket of friendships? But this way you are also like going out there more, meeting more people. The more you go out, the more you explore the world, the more chances you're closer to get to a good friend of yours. Is there any advice that you will give for the people today, Rosie?
So outside of advice, I would say I want to give a little challenge.
Ooh, yes. I love this.
So I want to challenge whoever's watching this to pick up your phone and just text your friend something cute, something appreciative, something supportive or just kind, and just let them know how much you care and value them.
Oh my God,
even if it's so random, just do it.
Yes.
I know they're probably going to look at that and they're going to be like, are you okay? But no, I think it should be more normalized.
Totally. Like that's something so funny that you say this, because if you are a friend of mine, you know this. Like sometimes I'll just text people randomly because they come to my mind, and I don't know where I read this or where I saw it, and it said, if you think or feel or have something to say nicely about someone else, say it. There's nothing, when you're walking the street and you see a girl wearing a beautiful dress, I will always go and be like, that dress looks amazing on you, because it's a compliment. Like, why wouldn't you? So if you're thinking about someone that maybe you haven't reached out, or maybe as the day goes by, you're like, oh, I wonder how is my friend Belle doing, for example, and
just reach out. And I think it needs to be normalized. Bring back cute friendship
Yes,
texts.
exactly.
Because when do we get them? On our birthdays, when we accomplish something,
or when we need something.
I think it's necessary. And like you said, How did we meet, you may ask?
Yeah, so when I went out for a coffee shop and she actually came up to me.
Yes. I was walking out and I was like, oh my goodness, her workout set looks so cute. And I had to, and then the thing is, I was like, should I tell her? Should I not tell her?
Oh my God.
Because I'm just such a shy person.
Introvert is like
Introvert slash extrovert. I think there's a term for that. But anyways, yeah, I was like, okay, I'll tell her because you know, might as well. And she looked sweet, like she was smiling, so I was like, oh, she can't. Like, I don't think she bites.
We'll find out.
We'll find out.
And it was so beautiful, yeah, because I really, that was when I just moved to Florida, which was a couple of months ago, and then I was like, I was in such need of like meeting more people. And I remember I told her, oh, I just moved. Do you mind if I grab your number? So we're friends. And let's normalize that too. You know how kids just go up to each other and they're like, do you want to be friends?
Yeah, do you want to be friends? And that was one of the most shocking things ever because then it was like we said, it's not normalized. Like I was like,
Yes.
oh, like, and I was like, okay.
She's moving fast.
But no, I think it's great. It's great
Yes.
that you're able to step out and be like, yeah, let's be friends.
Yeah, exactly.
Or like, let's go out and do something.
Yeah, let's go now another coffee shop.
Yeah.
Let's do. Yeah, because again, I understand also. I get you have to be safe as well. Like I do get that part. But yes, I feel after COVID we lost a lot the touch of going with each other and talking to each other. We're almost like afraid. But at the end of the day, we're a community. We need each other. We can help each other. And you really never know why God put a certain person around you at a certain time. Like you might need it. You might need them, and they might need you too. So that's how I think we should wrap this.
Thank you guys for listening to us. We really appreciate any support and all the support that you all are giving to us every single day. And I do want to say that I'm very grateful for you. Thank you for doing this podcast with me.
Stop it.
You are such an amazing person, and I look up to you in many, many ways.
Oh,
so
Rosie.
I want you to know that.
Stop. I want to hug you, but I know the mics are going to do
Yeah.
something fun. So I can't but sending you out. Thank you so much. And same girl. Like I see you and I admire you in many ways. Like she's not just beauty, she's brains. Let me tell you, those homework she does are pretty ridiculous sometimes.
Yeah.
I admire her strength and same girl. Like you have such a conviction and such a faith and in not only in God but also in yourself, and I love that too.
You gotta get
Gonna
going.
make it.
Yeah.
So, and again, I do appreciate all the support as well, guys. And a big way to support us is to subscribe to this YouTube channel. By the way, second time, third time actually, we count the very first one.
Third time recording.
Yes, because we record the first two vertical, and then we're like, wait, we cannot edit this if it's not horizontal.
Yeah. And then something, yeah. A lot of things went
A
wrong.
lot went wrong. And so this is in YouTube. If you're watching this from YouTube, please subscribe, like, comment, share, whatever you can do. It's big support for us. And you're listening this in Spotify. I'm not familiar with Spotify that much on podcasts, but I guess you can follow, I guess you can share, I guess you can like.
Yeah.
And we'll do this weekly next week. Do you remember what we have next week coming up? It's a fun topic too.
It's a fun topic. I guess
We
we'll
lost our
have to
nose.
come back
Yes.
and see what the topic is.
And see what the topic is. But with that being said, thank you so much, guys, for the support, and we'll see you next week.
Woo!
Yay! Bye. Queen. All right, that was smooth.
No.
She's like, that was great.
That was amazing.
That was
We need to
amazing.
do that again.